all my teams suck. I just wanted to get that out of the way real quick. The Bulls, top 4 team in the East. Where's that? Where's that? The Blackhawks, y'all got 8 wins, and the Bears. I'm not even gonna comment on that one. We're just gonna leave that one alone. They've been through a lot. They've been through too much. Just stop and just be like, all right, you're a lost cause. It is what it is. Anyway, let's get to this January 6th. I had to get that a little emotional thing out. I just was thinking about that this morning when I woke up. I was like, man, all my teams suck ass. Actual asshole. Like, not just like they actual asshole. They suck that. They don't just like lick the cheek like they're on the fucking asshole. Anyway, let's get right into it. Let's get into some losers for this January 6th. And let's start off with the Bulls in Philadelphia tonight. And I got Zach LaVine over 21.5 points. This is at -115. He's hit this in 3 of his last 5 games. Speaking of the trashy Bulls, he's got a big matchup tonight. The Bulls got a big matchup tonight in Philadelphia, facing up against Joel Embiid and the Sixers. This is going to be a big game, and I feel like Zach's going to have to show up. CJ McCollum for the Pelicans. The Pelicans played the Sixers twice in the past week. McCollum went for 26 and 42 in those games. So with that, I feel like Zach, a shooting guard just like CJ, is going to come out and get the job done. DeRozan's going to get a lot of the attention from Philly, so I feel like Zach's going to have to step up and do something in this game. I got him having 23 to 25 in this game, so we'll see what happens. Hey, man, hopefully the Bulls can freaking win. How do y'all lose to the Rockets and then beat the Nets? Like, y'all just don't make any sense. So unpredictable. Anyway, though, I got Zach LaVine over 21.5 points at -115. Let's move on now to the Brooklyn Nets. I got them at -4 at -115. This doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like the odds makers kind of tripping a little bit with this one. The Nets, they got their winning streak stopped by my Chicago Bulls. Out of all teams to beat them, the Bulls beat them. I'm taking too many shots at the Bulls today. I'm sorry. There's Zion list, there's Brandon Ingram list. There's not a lot of guys right now on New Orleans. Zion's just an absolute god, and he's not out there. I just feel like the Nets are going to be able to get this thing done by more than 4. I see them winning this thing by like 6 to 7 points. Without Zion, without Ingram. The Nets are 10th in ATS on the road this year, and the Pels are 8th best ATS at home. So, I mean, again, they're both pretty close to each other. I see Brooklyn bouncing back hard after losing. And that's the thing, man. Not only do you, lose your 12-game winning streak, you lose it to the freaking Bulls, bro. Sorry, that was one last shot. One last shot at them. But you lose to the Bulls, man. And I feel like with that, Durant put this team on his shoulders in that game, and they still lost. I feel like him and Kyrie are going to come out, and they are going to whoop the New Orleans Pelicans booty holes in this one. So give me the Brooklyn Nets here at -4. I wouldn't play this thing any higher than 4. I would maybe play it at 5, but that's it. I'm not touching this any higher than -5, but give me the Brooklyn Nets at -4 at -115. And for our last pick, I got the Miami Heat at where is it? See if I can find this, man. I practiced where all this stuff was so I could get to it quick, but here it is. The race to 10 points. Yes, this is a weird bet. It's like, damn, Sam, like you really digging in the bag for some stuff. Yeah, I got some few tricks in that bag. You know what I mean? I'm somewhat of a magician sometimes, and I'm pulling the Miami Heat race to 10 points. The reason I'm going with this is at -110. The reason I'm riding with this is because the Suns in their last 3 games, they are dead last in first quarter points. They're averaging 16.3 points per game in the first quarter. Miami, they've hit this in 3 of their last 5 games as well, which I like that. And the Heat are averaging 29.3 points per game in the fourth quarter. So I think the Heat are going to get off to a strong start. A hot start. Phoenix has not been good to start games. I really like this. I don't know. I'm feeling this. I'm really feeling like digging in the bag and grabbing other stuff. I know every time I try to expand and try to do something different, I end up getting fucked for it. I did it with Drew Doughty with his point in my NHL bets, I went under. Whoever goes under, I went under and I got messed up for. But you know what? We're going to do this race to 10 points. And if we lose it, then we're never touching it ever again. That's how it's going to be. So, but I like the Miami Heat here. Race to 10 points in the first quarter at -110. I like the juice on it as well. I was looking at Philly at -5 against my Bulls, but every time I bet on the Bulls, they do something. That's what really sucks about it. Every time I bet on them, if I bet on them, they lose. I bet against them, they win. So I'm not even touching it anymore. I'm not touching anything against the Bulls. I'm only going Zach LaVine. When I was looking at that Philadelphia -5, but we ain't going to touch it because every time I touch it, it's going to turn into straight doo-doo. So we'll see what happens, though. This has been BookSmart, and I'll talk to you guys later.